Hi, goeienaand, Robert, and good evening, everybody else on YouTube and Discord. Um, we started setting up, but we have had problems with some of the people with their systems, and some are rebooting and some are trying again, and we'll see what happens. And so on. Anyway, I'm going to continue slowly so we can get some other guys flying with. And Hakan, I don't know why you're not talking to me. Where are you? 2995. Got to set this to 995. I feel all alone. Can you believe it? Right, I've got some audio in my ears here because I started with the incorrect default sound card and I don't feel like restarting explains. So, not that bad, but I'm just mentioning it. One route. Scene. By. Let's see.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Thank you so much. You know what I didn't do? I didn't rename my files. Yeah, I didn't export them. Oh. See. Hello, Neil. Okay. Now my dinner is done and it was lovely. So we're taking a runway 5, CYHZ for departure. It's going to be a heading select with level change departure again because there's no connection between the last waypoint and the flight itself, the flight route. That's that. There's a heck of a gap there. That's strange. Might do a direct to there as well. It does not look like this inside of a Navigraph. Why would it look like this? I've got an idea we've got the wrong file or something. Well, is 069, there's no transition. Why does it look like that? Literally, those two waypoints don't even exist on Navigraph. They're just not there. ODBOS. This is not the same. Ah, this might be the problem. That's the problem. There you go. Sorry, I'm blonde. I'm slow. Hello, Steve. Yeah. I'm taking 06 right anyway for the landing, but that was the transition that was incorrect. Initially, it didn't show me the transition. Only after clicking the actual star did it bring up the transition. So somewhere in the export-import, there seems to be a bit of a hiccup. But there was an exceptional pilot on board and nobody died. See. Oh, it looked terrible. Let me take out that. If Jordan pitches up or one of his ATC guys, they're gonna vector us anyway, so okay. Yeah, you're welcome.
Ready for pre-flight procedure. Trim up.
Hi, Krista. You guys are funny. Hello, Daniel. Thank you, and looking forward to that. We might have to do an auto land, so we'll see. We'll see. We're taking off here from Halifax. That's where Thunder resides. And he's having issues starting the Zibo Mod. So he said he'll reboot his PC. I'm waiting for him to come back now. And then we're going to go to your hometown. That's awesome. I can talk about it again later. Sure. Right, so this whole area should be covered in orthos. Oh, there's a lot of trees. And then the cloud cover is a bit low, but you can see that's not standard. It's plain. Where can we go? See. Like there's something wrong with my overlays. They're not showing. That's interesting. It works some places the overlays just don't work. But anyway, that's orthos. Yeah, so we'll talk about it later again. I'm worried about Hakan and I'm worried about Thunder.
I'm here, Nico. I'm just getting things loaded up here.
All right, cool. And who's number 8 again? Anthony. That's Anthony. But Hakan's missing in action. Right, so we're going to taxi all the way down there, take off on that runway, hitting select, and then turn that way. That's your briefing. Okay. Thunder, I'm ready to go. I just need to start my APU and do the pushback and start the engines, and then I can go. So you need to give me like a 5-minute warning when you're ready.
Oh, you can go ahead. I haven't even got my, I just started my pre-flight procedure.
Captain Hatch, on the fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt.
Oh, it wasn't connected.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call. Thank you.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go fetch something to drink, and I'll give you like 5 minutes. Then we're not too far apart from each other, okay?
Okay.
Right, so guys, I'll be back.
Good evening.
Hi, Sasso.
Hello.
Evening, Sasa. He'll be back in a sec. He's got to fetch a drink.
Okay.
How are you?
All good, you?
Top of the bill, sir. Nico and I went out on simulator this morning.
Oh, yeah, I saw the picture. Was it nice?
We had a ball.
Hmm. What sim was he? Was he a 737?
Negative. Prop jobs.
Okay.
Prop jobs.
Okay.
Right, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
What's your situation?
I'm ready to push. How are you doing?
Oh, yeah, I'm online. I will set
Great
my
news, Captain. Your
airplane.
tow's coming.
Okay, set it up.
Mine doesn't look right, Nico. I got the debus that is not even there. I don't know. Did you have that same issue?
No. Share your screen quickly. Let's see. Hello, HD. Sorry, no, I went to make coffee for my son, got some lemonade for Uncle John and me, and then my wife called me back. Hey, where's my tea? So you can't ignore the boss, unfortunately.
The real boss.
Yeah. Hello, Sasso.
Hello.
Thunder, I'm not seeing your picture. I'm just seeing the... Oh, there it comes. Okay, what was missing? Say again. Okay.
All
Right
right.
here.
Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Go to departure arrival. I'll show you the trick. Departure arrival. Okay, yeah, go to your arrival. Click, go down next page. Sorry. Yeah, you can click that one. Click that one. Click ombre. Click it. Now click ODBOS at the bottom. ODBOS at
Right.
the bottom. Because that's what was wrong. So wait. Click on ODBOS again. There seems to be a little issue loading the flight like this. Okay, so now if you execute and you go step through, execute, okay. If you step through now, it should look exactly like in Navigraph. That was what my problem was, and I see you had the same.
Ah, okay, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected. Bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
No, I'm pushing, guys.
Here comes the pushback.
Yeah,
Light 'em
have
up.
a great flight there. I'll be late, but I'll be there someday.
That's fine. I'm not going to be in much of a hurry, but we've got 17 people on the stream wondering what on earth is happening here. So, yeah. I'll move fast enough so they don't lose interest and slow enough so you can catch up. Yeah. Gee, now that I think about it, I'm wondering if I turned the right direction. I know which direction I should go, but I think I turned the wrong direction.
Did you push back to the right?
I'll see now. I can't remember how I planned it, but I've got a strange feeling I did put my tail in the wrong direction.
If your nose starts pointing right, you can you've made a mistake. If you're at the gate angle, it.
Yeah. HD Simulation, come to Discord, but direct message Antonio. His username is Beauty. Right, you'll see it. It's a different spelling than just, you know, as in pretty. But it sounds like you pronounce it the same. So just come direct message him. I've sent a few guys to him because I'm at a loss. I don't understand exactly where the thing falls out the bus. So speak directly to the guy who made it. It's way easier here on Discord than to ask me because, I mean, I figured it out, but I can't remember the exact specific steps, you know. I don't know. If he can't help you, we'll have to slog through it together, but I mean, I just don't have the speed that he'll have. Anyway.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Thank you, brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Lucky it's not raining, Nico. We might have to de-ice because it's 0 degrees.
There's no precipitation, so I don't see any reason to de-ice at this point in time. Promise. There's no reason for it.
That's what I said in Scottish.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. It makes sense.
Before start procedure complete.
That's
Well,
fun.
Ready
That's
for
funny.
before start checklist.
I should learn to speak a bit slower. Sorry.
That's all. That's all. It's just the speed. Start number 2
And
engine.
we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Start number 2 engine.
Where's
Starting
Paul when you
number
need a
2 engine.
translator?
Alright, let's just
Think yourself lucky he didn't say it in Spanish.
Well, if you guys speak Spanish and Scottish, I might speak Afrikaans here, then I'll watch you guys try follow me.
Scottish and English is the only languages I know. English I'm not too good at. Scottish.
Gotcha.
$25 and 2.
Be a wee bit of French in there as well.
HD simulation, while I'm thinking out loud now, okay? One of the tricks, one of the things that is a little bit ambiguous, I think it's not really defined, is you need Python 3.10. And I think it's 3.10.9 that's available. You cannot use any other Python. And a lot of guys trip up on that step because everybody goes for the latest version and you shouldn't. You need 3.10. That's one tip I've learned. Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Oh, this lemonade is nice, huh? I make a good lemonade.
Yeah, homemade stuff.
Yep.
Reveal lemons, Nico.
No. You pour the concentrate out of the bottle. You put it in the bottle in the soda stream. You press the button. You count to 5. You take it out. You put the two together. You have lemonade.
That sound fancy there. I thought you were chopping up lemons.
No. I'll chop my own finger before I chop a lemon. You scared about that?
Soda stream, I mind that cola. That was my favourite.
Oh, yeah.
Cola.
Yeah, I've got
Engine
a whole
start
bunch of
procedure
flavors,
complete.
yeah.
You know, got iron brew flavour, Nico?
It'd be fake iron brew.
Made for aluminum.
Sorry, my wife comes up here with a soda stream in her arms and she wants to put it somewhere away here, upstairs, and now I missed your conversation. Say again what you said just now, Neil?
She said, do you get the iron brew flavour?
No, not yet. We've got Pepsi, Fanta, 7-Up, Sprite. Yeah, that's what we've got now.
Are you cola?
No, I am something else.
Well, that's
I
not my
see.
favourite. We were just talking about that.
Yeah. Right, okay, so engine start seems to have happened. Let's concentrate on the flying again. Right, I think that's all done.
Almost I'm pushing back.
No problems. I'm gonna start my taxi shortly. Don't rush, Hakan. Don't rush. Remember, you've got to wait 3 minutes before you take off anyway.
Roger.
Right, I'm taxiing.
Taxi lights on.
I started explain with the incorrect default sound card enabled as
Back.
okay. Now I've got all the additional sounds. XP realistic is now in my headset here, and now I can hear every little twist and turn and crack and, you know, every squeak. It's so interesting because when it's on the loudspeaker, you hear some of it, but not all of it. Now it's like in my ears.
So does it sound better? Obviously, if you want to.
Yeah, much.
Yeah,
of course, for immersion and stuff, I would recommend that. It's cool, but for streaming, it could be troublesome if you guys talk, you know, because now I've got to listen carefully in between. It's obviously much louder in my ear now. Usual.
Especially when there's a wind. I've actually turned the wind off because you actually get wind in X-plane, don't you?
Yeah. I've turned some of my winds off, but there's like one of the two that I've got very low set. But you're right, you don't really need it there. You've got it in X-plane anyway.
Yeah, because I was sitting one day and it was like really loud, and I'm like, that doesn't sound like X-plane. I'm like, that doesn't sound right, because it wasn't really that windy. You know, I was like,
yeah, it's exaggerated.
It off. Yeah. A long taxi, full length of the runway.
Hey Antonio, we were talking about you earlier. HD simulation, if you're still here. Yes, Antonio, this is the guy you need to chat to. Antonio is having a problem with the plugin, the installation. I recommend he speaks to you and come back if you can't help him, but somewhere there's something that's missing, eh? In his setup, in his install. See how easy it is. I make new friends, put them together, and there you go. Done. Antonio, I've honestly tried to help a few people, and I'm not too familiar with it, man. I fall out the bus somewhere along the line myself, and then I'll have to go and redo everything myself to try and get the grip on that installation, eh?
Taxi.
Okay. No problem. Hello, Flight Symmetrics. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
This thing is much easier to taxi than that Cessna this morning. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I nearly killed us with the Cessna. We tried to take off here at Joburg International, me and Uncle John and Chris that was with us. That thing was going all over the freaking runway.
Is the Cessna, has it got like a controlled steering for the wheel, or is it just loose and it's the engine it?
No.
You have to turn with the brake or that, no?
Yeah, it was a Cessna twin what's it, the 406 or something? I can't remember what the heck it was that we flew. And that thing is like so sensitive. You have no idea how sensitive that thing is. It is crazy. My radars here have been sensitive. You guys know that, follow me a long time on stream, that I sometimes complained about my radars being sensitive. That thing, it was crazy. It's oversensitive.
You on your toes, I suppose, eh?
Yeah, I actually put my foot a bit lower down on the pedals to take it off the pedals completely. So I was kind of, you know, having that bottom piece in the middle of my foot to just try and keep it more steady. It was awful. Thanks, Flight Simmer X. Almost done, sir. I think we are ready to go. Right, guys, I'm on my way.
Cool. I'll be right behind you.
Stabilized.
I think the ground's starting to get wet here, Nico. I see a couple of damp patches.
Hmm. Toga. Oh yeah, that will teach me.
Takeoff thrust set.
Oops. Oops.
80 knots. Throttle full.
Come on. I forgot my flaps. It's building up speed. It's I know I'll be alright eventually, but it's embarrassing, man. There we go. We're ready.
Flaps 5 set.
Shame on you. Shame of you.
Yeah, you see.
Blame Linda.
Positive rate.
She
Yeah.
done the first.
I trusted her. She's broken our trust now completely. Here we go. Bump up our
Acceleration
speed.
altitude.
Oh yeah, Linda's got thick skin, hasn't she?
She doesn't care if I blame her. Right, 2,000 feet. Let's start our turn. Yeah, she doesn't care.
Lining up.
Okay. Now remember 3 minutes, Hakan.
I remember.
Thank you.
I am not you. You forget flaps.
I
but
know.
I remember.
Woo! Did you start your A-cars? No, he's not flying for the VA, sir.
Are you asking to me?
Yes.
No, as I said
Flaps
before.
7 set.
Yeah, I know. But it was Uncle John that was asking. I put him right.
Like you that, Nico.
Cheers, Flight Sim Rex. All the rattles in my ear now. Well, I tell you what. Yeah, go. This weather is not disappointing us in terms of foul weather where I'm at now. Going through 5,000 is it's in the milk.
Oh yeah.
Wow, look at that flex.
You de-ice, Nico?
Negative, because in my sim there was no visible precipitation.
Yeah, I don't see any either. Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Suppose you'll know when you got to pull up and you can't.
We'll find out. We'll blame it on Sasso.
Hello?
Hello, Sasso.
What did I do?
Nothing. No, wait. I'm just checking if you're here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah.
We're joking about anti-icing, Sasha.
Ah, don't worry. The aircraft doesn't need that
Um,
at some point.
Flight level 100. Landing lights switches off.
no problem, Antonio. I was just saying that even though I got my installation of your plugin to work, I'm not really that familiar with it, you know, and everybody comes and asks me. I've tried once or twice to help people, but I miss it, man. I don't know. It's something I'm not doing right. Yeah, that's what I tell the guys. They must just talk to you on Discord, yeah. I've come to a point where I can't fly without that plugin now. It annoys me if I think I need to fly and I don't have it. And I mean, I've put it down all my explain versions.
Is that the one for the weather in the FMC?
Yes, and this little that widget.
No. Aye, I missed that in the FMC getting the weather.
Well, if you got this set up now, it will put the weather in AviTab and in the FMC for you, like always.
I've not done that either. There's a lot of things I've not done.
Don't worry.
It's on the list, Nico. It's on the list.
That looks nice.
Starting push.
Okay, enjoy. So much for orthos.
You look nice, Nico. Amazing. That's Thunder's fault. Blame Thunder. You tell you to fly here.
Well, it sounded
I'm sorry.
exciting. It sounded exciting. Ooh, look, there's ortho. Look.
Yeah, you did show it.
Yeah, there's a small snap coming through now.
Oh, there we go. Got a wee sniff it. Bad weather and orthos didn't mix.
George, to download these authors that you currently see, it's like 5 seconds, mate. You just sit back, relax. It's done. It's the ones on the ground that take a bit longer, eh? Yeah, don't blink. Uncle John says if you download these ones that you see now, you mustn't blink. But those ones on the ground, they take a bit longer. Thanks, Antonio.
Transition altitude.
Oh, now I need to press a button again. No problem. Antonio, in terms of what is known already, I think it's better you come and talk to us, because I don't know why, but we decided in principle we're not going to tell the story, yeah, the whole world of the story, because there is one thing that is missing. But in terms of the rest, it's much more stable. It climbs better. Your ILSs actually work. It holds the glide slope. We've tested it in all kinds of weather now, and I must be honest with you, it's like 90% better from what it was like a version or two ago. Huh? I think that's one of the reasons Zibo is not pumping out updates, because now he's kind of got it settled.
This is in regards to a special meal. Would you please identify yourself to a flight
Angle
attendant?
recently.
Passenger Escobar, please.
Yeah, because sorry, I just wanted Escobar to finish there, that statement I made there. But the fact of the matter is, now that there's some reasonable point of stability, he can now concentrate on other things. You know, I mean, it's perfectly flyable as long as you use Command A. Command B is not sorted yet, but there's a reason for it. There's a whole story behind Command B, so don't worry about it. It will be sorted. There you go.
I am not in front of computer for a while.
Okay. Hello, Reggie. Enjoy your setup. We'll see you on the other side. I'll buy the ice cream. We'll wait for you.
Evening all.
Hello, Anthony.
Evening. Up here, Nico, eh?
Sorry, I couldn't hear the first bit. What up here?
A bit choppy.
Yeah, just as you get through the cloud, it stops. It's very peaceful and quiet up here. Really nice air up here. No, we're not there yet. Yeah, we've got a couple of guys flying tonight, eh?
On the radar.
HD simulation, quick one. Yes, you are on my server. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna do this for you. Why can I not see you on my server? Did you not press the OK button? I think you forgot to press the OK button. So I'm gonna press it for you quickly. There. I've tagged you and Antonio in the appropriate room. Okay, so you guys can have your chat. Sorry, Uncle John. George says, I must tell you, you have a present waiting when you get home. He says that's worrying. I think it's a new livery.
Oh, nice one.
I don't know what it is. Don't think it is. I'm just speculating. Okay. Yeah. Uncle John says thank you. He knows what it is. I don't know. You guys sort that on out.
If it's George, it could be a bill.
Yes, I tell you. With George, it can be anything.
You never know.
Yeah. 23. Your clue is 23. I'm thinking it's a new livery with a swimsuit edition livery. I think that's what it is.
As long as it's not the Speedo edition.
No, I don't think George will do a Speedo edition. He says he gave you a hint, but you really don't know what it is. Oh, you should see the puzzled look on his face now, George. You've just now confused him. He's not going to sleep tonight. Oh my goodness. Right, let's release the cabin and the passengers. Let's see, that's done. Linda's happy, I'm happy. Now we just have to wait it out. We have 297 nautical miles for top of descent. I tell you what, Uncle John, you love the Zibo now. You're going to love explain with the orthos and with the new Zibo and with everything else. Telling you, going to love it. Right, so Steve, are you there? Can I just quickly give you a summary of yesterday? Cool, okay. So when X-Plane 12 initially came out, I made a conscious decision to test everything before I actually incorporate it. And I very quickly discovered that not a lot of the X-Plane stuff is compatible with X-Plane 12. Okay. Now, you know, I'm in support and you know, I deal with thousands of people, each one having different hardware, software, setup, configuration, what have you, what have you. So there was this conflicting message that I kept getting about taking the orthos for X-Plane 11 and putting it in 12. So I tried it. This was on my old system. Please take note, that might be part of the problem. I don't know. It could just be that X-Plane simply wasn't suited for it. So I quickly learned that I would get out of memory errors when I run it. I would get bad FPS when I run it. And the coastlines looked really crappy. It was just, yeah. It didn't work for me. So I consciously decided I'm not going to use ortho in 12. Right? I advised many people to do the same once they start coming to me and saying, you know, it doesn't look right or it gives crash to desktop out of memory, whatever the problems was. So it was treated like your ordinary garden variety stop street sign. You know, you see it and you ignore it when you feel like it. Okay. Then what happened yesterday was that Uncle John and the two girls went out shopping. All right, so I was sitting here at home and I actually started working to prepare some systems for the new year. I started officially working on Monday, coming Monday. So my holiday is now over. And while I was sitting here, bored out of my skull, waiting for these systems to come, I had a thought, and my thought process was something like this. X-Plane has now come to a full version. It's no longer in beta, yet I've got the latest beta because now they've already started changing things again. And I was curious. I wanted to see what happened to orthos. Can I now use it? Is it usable? So again, now I've got a new PC, I'm running different operating system, wara. X-Plane's updated, and all I did was I went to my ortho drive, I dragged and dropped to create shortcuts to my orthos, my overlays and my orthos, right into X-Plane 12 custom scenery, ran my X-Organizer, made sure it put all the layers in the correct order, saved it, launched X-Plane, and my jaw dropped. Simple. I was blown away with what I saw. All of a sudden, my orthos were working to an acceptable level. Not just that, all the issues with the shorelines is now minimized. You still don't get the natural hookup, but it's minimized. You get a little borderline, but it's okay. It's not those jaggedy edges, off color, weird stuff. It looks very nice. And then I started the stream, and Mac came in, and other guys came in, and we started talking. And the one thing just led to another. I did the flight, and everybody was going ooh ah, you know, because damn it, it did look so much better. Then we did another stream last night, and more guys went ooh ah. In the interim, a couple of guys have now said I'm talking nonsense because it was working from the beginning. You know, I'm not even fazed about that anymore, because from thousands of people, there's bound to be somebody that's unhappy with something I say. So anyway, whatever. For some people, it obviously worked. For me, it didn't, and for a lot of other people, it definitely didn't work. So what must you say? You know, you're caught in the middle. All of a sudden, all I'm seeing is now it's working for me. Uncle John is so excited. I mean, he was literally dreaming about it last night when he woke up this morning. He said to me, "You want to know what I dreamt about? Orthos." You know, so I mean, it affects different people and their systems and their expectations and their wow factor differently. But in a nutshell, as far as I'm concerned, now I can use it. It looks pretty damn nice. And in fact, now I've got the bee in my bonnet to make more, because Orbex isn't in Explain 12 yet. Obviously, now I've got like the UK, the northern and the southern parts of Spain. You know, it's empty. There's no orthos. We chose this flight for three reasons. Thunder suggested it because of foul weather, you know, so it's another opportunity to test the Zibo. And I also then chose it because I've got orthos here. Now, the funny thing is you can't see the blinking orthos that well. Yeah, there you can. That's a bit broken. So now we're flying over orthos in Explain 12, and it's brought a whole new dimension to Explain 12 and my experience. So in my mind, the only thing that is now missing is X-Enviro. I would love to have X-Enviro now. And that's it. That was the whole long story of orthos. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. You've converted me, Nico.
Yeah.
I was reluctant to put them in as well until yesterday, until you streamed. And it was like,
yeah,
I'm doing it.
Umer, well, it is definitely new clouds probably that came with Explain. I don't have any mods in this Explain. It's vanilla. So if they released new clouds in the latest beta, which I think they did, they were talking about something about clouds. So they did something. It's definitely that. And yes, I agree with you. It's looking much better. I still haven't seen an anvil or a cumulus cloud. I don't think that's supported yet. They still need to fix that for us. But they're on the right path.
I've actually seen a few anvil clouds that have
Really?
been flying in storms. Aye, they're kind of, you can see a wee bit of the anvil, and sometimes the other side didn't look so great, but they have been there. I have seen them.
Okay. I've never seen one.
But sometimes didn't look that great, especially for a distance.
Yeah.
Where I've seen them has been at like Miami, places like that in America, where I've been flying in the big storms when big systems coming in.
Okay. Yeah.
Big clouds.
It just reiterates what I said. Different systems, different people, different experiences. I haven't seen them yet, so cool. Now I know I can look out for them. We'll find them.
Time I spot one, Nico, I'll take a picture.
Yeah.
Or two.
Yeah. Yeah, the actual ortho tiles and the overlays. I just dragged it into custom scenery in Explain 12 and selected create shortcuts. That's it. That's it. I've got a dedicated ortho drive, a 6 terabyte drive. So in those folders, just dragged it.
Almost like with every update, you can see the difference in the clouds.
Yeah.
Especially the ones in the distance. The new, can they actually look half decent in the distance in the way?
Yeah, yeah. I think Neil will like that, George. Check what he says.
No, where is that? What's that? Is that the weather station?
NOAA is the weather provider in North America. That's basically the starting point of all the simulator weather as well. Most guys start to get weather from NOAA, and then they've got maybe one or two other sources. But NOAA is the gold standard where you get your METARs and weather information.
Right, I recognise the name, so that's what that's.
Yeah, so if he makes you a NOAA livery, he just needs to put the words storm chaser or something like that in there. So, you know, scientific research, storm chaser aircraft, I don't know, something like that, you know, so we know.
Scientific research.
Yeah.
That sounds like I could get away with that one.
Yeah.
And not just a crazy nut that likes flying in storms.
Oh man, this thing is so stable. Wow. Yeah. Did you see what he said there?
He's spot on there, I can't argue with that. I'll wear that livery with pride. A long flight, I say. No, it's not.
A what flight?
A long flight.
That's okay. Not too bad.
You're on 40 nautical mile to go to top of descent.
I'm at 213 now.
I can't all be close to me. I'm not online, so he's probably took off about the same time. Shadows look much better with that setting right up, doesn't it?
Enjoy, Reggie. Safe flight. Ooh, Anthony, you're adventurous.
Why?
A310.
Yep.
Big bird.
Yep. I've been studying this thing for the last 2 days now.
Aha. I loved flying it. And then when they didn't play open cards with us about it coming to X-Plane 12, you know what? I dropped it like a hot potato. And now that I know it's coming to 12, I'll rekindle the flame and go try it again. There is a whole bank of snow cloud coming in, encroaching on the destination airport. Have a look at this. You look at that whole bank of cloud there on the left coming. There's the little airport. It's just out of reach. I wonder by the time we get there, we're probably going to be in it. Yeah.
Timing, Nico. Good timing.
Yeah.
I'll have a look on one day and see how far it's got to travel.
Let us know.
Nah, I'm going to keep it a secret.
I know where you hang out in the days. I'll find you here on Discord and I'll smack you if you hold it a secret. How's that? Don't hold it a secret.
No, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Steve, yeah, that's the one aircraft, the one long haul I would like to have as well, is that 777. I'll wait until Flight Factor is done with it as well, you know, so patience is a virtue.
Is Montreal on a hill or in a ditch?
Oh, now you ask me.
Because it looks like the weather's came towards it, but it's went all round the airport. I think the back end of that bit might hit it.
I don't know, we'll see.
It's going to be there when we arrive. Because it is moving at a fair rate.
Montreal is right next to a big river. It's like on an island, that airport. So there's like a little couple of hills on the left, but not so much that you would expect it to influence that weather system.
Aye, man, it'll have an effect, like, definitely. It's like where I stay in the central belt of Scotland. If there's weather coming for the Atlantic, there's a lot of the time it will get diverted with the hills all around about it. And they're not exactly that big, they're like, what, 2,000-3,000 feet or something?
No,
they're not exactly that big, but...
These are little moles hill that just grew too big, man. These aren't mountains or stuff. This looks small. I don't know, I might be mistaken, but it's not something I would think would happen. I don't know, maybe I'm an idiot. Let me rather shut up.
Well, if the cloud's low, if it's low cloud and it comes across the hills, it's going to have an effect on it, I would imagine. I'm just thinking out loud. I should really stop that.
No, preferably not. I deal with enough dumb people in my life.
Oh, thanks very much.
Yeah, we're not allowed to call them dumb anymore. We've got a new phrase for them that's actually legally accepted in the courts.
What's that?
Like we call them low functioning because of their low IQ. So they're called low functioning. When you stand in front of a judge and you have to explain what this idiot did, it's easier to talk to the judge and not get, reprimanded for being insulting. So we call them low functioning.
So if I get called a low functioner, I can what it means now.
Yes. Yeah. JT Motorsports, good day, welcome. No, sir. This is stock standard Explain 12 beta 1B. What's it? 1B1. The latest beta of Explain. They changed something, I'm sure. We've speculated about it before, and all I can think of, it might be true. Yes, they must have done something. I'm on real weather in Explain and stock standard. You're welcome. You're not coming to Discord again. Look, George is really pushing your buttons tonight.
What's he saying this time?
He says the low functioning people, they just call him Neil over there.
Oh, is that the way it is? I'll remember that. I'll remember that.
Uncle John, we're having a bit of fun here. Can you hear me now? Yeah, no, okay. We're just having a bit of fun.
That's what happens when you owe George money.
Oh.
That's why he's been like that, I think.
Passive aggressive nonsense.
Aye. Yeah.
Got it. I'm totally different. I just take a baseball bat and I go talk to the guy. And if he doesn't pay, I remove what I put in.
That's one way of doing it.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I saw you guys here in the Skymatix FPO. I'm glad, and thank you, Antonio, for helping. I do appreciate that, man. Hope you can enjoy that plugin. I can't fly without it anymore. It's now part of me, man. Thanks, Antonio. Now, HD simulation, word of warning. You know what's going to happen now, eh? I'm going to make a prophetic speech now. I'm going to tell you, if you start showing that on your streams, your guys are going to want it too. Check your next stream. Everybody's going to know, what? No, show me, give me. Yeah, you're going to see. It's amazing. Look, don't get me wrong. I love it when you guys do it, and it gives me a thrill. It really does. I love it when you guys do it. But it's amazing to see when I show something on stream how many guys copy it or want to have it. It really does my heart good because it means I showed you something worthwhile. So
Yeah.
you're so quiet. Are you okay?
Yes, I was just doing something in the background here.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm following you.
Okay. No, I don't mind if you don't follow me. I'm not that important. I just don't want you to be not okay. That's all.
No. All good.
Okay.
I'm actually relaxing after I had 5 full days.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
I'm with you, taking a while, but I'm up.
Renato, yes, it can. In Explain 12, that's a good question. I don't know. In Explain 11, it could. Let's have a look. See. Other way. There. There you go. It should. Remember, a lot of the code has now been changed between Explain 11 and 12. So if there is like a spelling mistake in the code, a comma or a dot or something in the wrong place and it doesn't work, you know, go try it and then let us know. You know, go put the post on the forum. But it looks like it's in there, and I know it was in there. Whether it's going to work, go try. Let us know. It should. It should. Sorry. Renato, I was muted. I don't know how much of what I just said you heard. It's supposed to change, but I'm not sure when it's supposed to change, if it was supposed to change already, okay, or if it will only change in the descent. If it doesn't, then...
Nico?
Sorry?
What?
RNP. We changed RNP to 0.1, and on the ND it still says 2.0. So,
correct, because you are in the en route phase.
Okay,
as soon as you enter the approach phase,
okay,
in other words, you are in the middle of your star or approaching the initial approach peaks,
okay,
then the system will automatically switch to whatever you put as the required one.
Okay. All right, because I've changed it to 0.1 now, okay, because that was...
Yes.
He asked if it works.
Yes. Okay. But that is what you required for the approach. Mm-hmm. But at the moment, the required one en route is 2.0.
I'm with you. It makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thankful you overheard that conversation.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If I remember correctly, but now I'm not completely sure. If you now, for instance, select the initial approach peaks as direct 2, it will switch and turn down to 0 point whatever it is. Because it will recognize you are in the approach phase.
Yeah. I remember when RNP was implemented way back in the day, we tested it in Peru. I think it was Peru in the mountains with the RNAV and stuff. And man, it flew it beautifully. Now, that's like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago already. And I've never really bothered with it that much since. But now with all the code changes going to Explain 12, I said to Renato, he must go test it and come back with answers. But then I remembered that there was a time that it would kick in, and you've just answered that when it is. Yeah. that's also why you don't change that during the climb, because that will also have an influence. You can't change it in
And
the
that also, you don't change that too early.
Yes, that's the thing.
Exactly, because you're gonna have caution messages enable required navigation performance when you are not really looking for it.
Yeah.
So
Got it.
what you just did now, it's okay because you put it into the approach.
Yes.
But you see, the top one, if you go back in the page, yes, the top one is still 2.
Yeah, I
and
see
you
that.
don't change that. Because if you change it now, and maybe you are flying down to the Middle East, it happens to me lots of times going down to Tel Aviv, that you lose the GPS, so your actual navigation performance goes high like crazy for a second, and then it goes back down. You may have that enable required navigation performance, so you don't want that to happen.
Okay, gotcha.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you for the lesson, Sasso.
Roger.
It looks like a cold front. I think that's the top end of that big piece of cloud we had earlier.
Yeah.
That's very nicely depicted. Wow. Yeah.
It's better looking at it. Doesn't look like a big straight wall now when I've got
Yeah.
bits, you know.
I've seen this in real life, and it's pretty damn nice.
I bet you get all sorts of shapes in real life. Eh?
Oh yeah. I've seen elephants and lions and bears in the clouds. I promise you.
Oh dear.
Yeah, thanks HT Simulation. Anyway, Renato, just FYI, for your information, Sasso that was talking there, he's our resident Zibo Mod team member, real world pilot. Okay, so
the resident.
Yes, resident. You stay in house. we were joking, Sasso. Listen to this. We were joking. We were joking with Uncle John. Renee said she's going to hide his passport so he can't leave, and then I said I'm going to buy some wood and we're going to enclose the space under the stairs and we'll make him a little room there. So he'll be our resident Uncle John.
Okay.
Exactly, Antonio. Exactly. I mean, I've seen it a lot in the real world, and it's a fair depiction, crudish and all, but it's fine. Yeah. Well, I'm at 79 nautical miles for top of descent, so I suppose I need to start thinking about setting up, right? Yeah.
106.
CYUL. Let's see, put it where my eyes can see it. And 5. Right, so we're going to have an ILS. This is an altitude of 305. Right, course heading. 57. Aye. 7. frequency. 1105, that's right, 1105, that's right. And we wanted to descend to 3000. Alright, I'll do that. He doesn't have to ask me, I'll do it. You just have to ask me. What did I want to do now? Yes. It's Antonio's fault, Uncle John. He took my attention away. Ah. Right, okay, so in terms of the fixes, right? We can do it two ways. We can use the runway or we can use the final approach fix. Sasso uses runway, I use final approach fix. That's the big difference between us, okay? You're different, Uncle John. You and Sasso, man, you do your thing.
Is that the I?
That's the polite way of the boss.
Yeah.
I listen to the man that knows.
No. I listen to Twixter, and I'll tell you why I use the final approach fix. The reason I use the final approach fix is because I teach new pilots to fly, and new pilots get totally flabbergasted, discombobulated in their minds when too many things happen at once. So the reason you choose the final approach fix is you give them chance to settle into that final approach, and it allows them to be configured before the nose dips. Okay, if you use the runway, that nose dips, and then they have to now contend with this indicated airspeed knob, and they have got to do all kinds of other things, which is overwhelming to new pilots. See?
Are you listening to all this?
So is that the IUL you'll be going for, Nico, for the fix?
NASKK was my final approach fix. If you look on the chart, let me show you here. If you look on the chart, that's where that Maltese cross is. You see there? That's your final approach fix. Usually. So that's the final one. There isn't one right there where the little feather starts, so we'll take that one. It's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's breathing room, exactly. Sure. Poor new pilots.
Because it tells you on the charts here, like diameter 4.4 for a wee. There's a wee triangle, then there's another one at 12.8. That's the ones I usually pick.
Yeah. So what I then do is 7 miles, 5 miles, and 3 miles. Right, so give me strength. You professional pilots, you know that.
Sometimes I notice the charts haven't got the wee markers on them, so therefore I'll just do the runway, and I'll put maybe like 4, 8, and 12 or
yeah.
something like that.
I use 7, 5, and 3. You see, if you use the runway, 4, 8, and 12 makes sense. If you use the final approach fix, 7, 5, 3.
Whoa. Why all those rings?
Huh? There's 3
why
rings.
All those rings?
There's 3
Because we
rings.
like the rings.
Okay. One for the coffee, one for the cabin crew, and the third one?
It's for the landing gear and the final flaps.
Aye.
Okay, got it.
He's gonna fix us now.
Like,
So
one to look at the cabin crew. No, one to choose the cabin crew. The second one to choose the number of the cabin crew.
okay, I got it.
The third one to ask to go out.
I thought there's method in your madness. Okay, now give me a second, George. Thank you for the $5, my friend. Thank you. I'll go get some wood. Thank you for $5. Appreciate it, George.
Does Thunder mean enough to take control of his plane?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it come out kind of pilot arm, aye?
I'll be back.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Nico?
Yeah, okay, now give me a second. Uncle John's talking. Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
5, that's it. Gear down. Established.
Alright, okay. You see, you've got your own method of your own madness. You enjoy it. As if it works for you, it works. Why not? Okay, I can shoot.
Is Uncle John still in South Africa?
He's sitting right next to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? This will bring to you really bad luck.
No, we had good luck today.
Nice.
I almost killed us with the Cessna when we went flying, but it's okay. We survived, and now we found
Another
the
story,
boat.
man.
Yeah. So I need to show you some of those pictures and videos we took today, man. Yes.
Hi.
Need to tell you that story. Ahmed, number one, I'd never ever used the HUD, so I don't know what flight information is in there and what should be in there and what should not be in there. Clearly, the backdrop there is not conducive to actually seeing that display. Oops. Okay, so when you're on finals, it will probably look a bit better, but what it is, I don't know. The best I can say is if it goes out of the HUD is reposition your head. You see what I'm doing? So there you go. Now I've got the fair idea of what should be in there because it's all kind of centered in the HUD. So that's number one. The second thing is you need to disable explain 12 failures. Switch it off. It's not useful and helpful for the Zibo mod. Switch it off. Get rid of it. And then you won't have any failures. So do you use the HUD in the real world?
No.
No. See?
No.
Yeah. I tend to find that it confuses me. I tend to want to just take it out of my eyesight. It's like it's interfering with what I know.
100 bucks question. If you don't use it, why it is available?
Because some people like it. Some people grew up with Atari. Some people grew up with PC games. You know, everybody's got their own flavor of games.
Really?
Yeah.
Still in 2022.
Yeah.
I see.
Ah, it's 23.
Sorry, 23. 23.
Years move quick, Hakan, don't they? Moving quick.
Yeah.
I'm scamming myself, so in order not to get elderly.
Okay,
Well, in
yes.
fact, it's 1998.
Sasso,
Yeah.
does your company actually have HUDs available that you can use?
Of course not.
Of course not. Okay, there you go. SK Sun, you win. You win a free copy of the next Zibo release. We'll notify you via Facebook and Discord.
I tell you what the HUD is good for though.
What?
It's good for a replay if you're in the cabin and you're looking back a bit.
Ah,
It looks
okay.
cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, your captain is speaking. T001, please report your position and situation.
My position is we're at flight level 300, flight level 300. We're flying straight and level at 280 knots.
When are you going to descending?
I'm going to tell you now. I'm just pulling your socks. 7 nautical miles, about 4 minutes. Maybe less.
Roger that. Thank you very much. Have a safe flight.
You too, sir. Please land safely. We love you. We don't want to lose you on the landing.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Okay.
Stupid boy.
Hakan, when's your top of descent?
What did you say? I didn't understand
He's
your
asked-
accent.
No,
Nico,
he's-
go and translate.
He wants to know.
Translate me.
He wants to know when is your top of descent.
I'm almost on the top of descent point.
Okay.
I'm on the top always.
Yeah, that's good. You need to keep it that.
Yeah.
I will try, man.
But unfortunately, you will not able to do that.
I know.
I see you
Everything,
didn't-
man.
I see you didn't wait for me, Hakan.
Why? Tell me.
You didn't wait for me, did you? I'm so disappointed.
Hey, Reggie, I will call you after this time as an advanced English. Tell me advanced English. Tell me.
No, listen.
Advanced English.
Uncle
I'm
John
really
wants...
disappointed. I'm really disappointed you didn't wait for me. You went off without me.
Same, man. Yeah, we
Even
shouldn't
I
do
don't
that.
understand anything, really. Nico,
Yes.
could you please translate from English to English?
Wait. Antonio, I will.
Okay.
Yes, let it do it.
Look, Nico is not British, however, speaking English better than all of you.
Yes, I 100% agree with that, Hakan. 100%.
That's the point. Look, Reggie, for example, you need to criticize, you need to search your roots, okay?
Hakan.
Yeah,
we're gonna
I don't
come.
dye my hair.
Yeah, Hakan, we're gonna come to Tekken and we're gonna teach you English while we slap you, man. 1, 2, 3, learn. This is the word. And then if you don't speak it, slap. You see, that's a quick way of learning it.
I see, but I am not child.
No, it's not what it's about. It's not what it's about. It's about the incentive to learn you to learn quickly. You know, because in South Africa, yeah, as Afrikaners, we grow up speaking very strange language, this Afrikaans thing, you know. And then when we get to school or if we want to watch TV, we need to learn to understand English, and then we have to speak it. We only speak it in self-defense as we grow up. Right, and then then when we get to adulthood and so on, then all of a sudden we're forced to speak English because business is done in English. You see,
good.
And then one day this idiot decided to start making videos, and he had to learn to speak better English so that the poor people on the other side of the video can understand him. You see, so
you want to teach me, Nico?
You've been away too long, Hakan. You did get used to my accent, but you were away so long, you've forgotten.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you're right. You are right, exactly, Reggie. I got used to understand what you say. However, since I gave a long time break, I forgot your accent. Therefore, I need to move to your next to repair myself. In this case, you need to compensate my expenditures.
you just want to come to the UK.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed.
Can you see how I am Turkish? I am going to learn English. Expenditures will be given by Reggie.
Yes.
Did you understand? Are you Cola?
Yes, but now give Reggie a chance to speak. Yeah, Reggie's trying to tell you something.
I said I was really disappointed that you didn't wait for me.
Oh, shame. Sorry, next time.
Where?
Reggie.
Where?
At the departure, man.
Who didn't wait?
You.
Me, Hakan. Me.
Nico. Hey, come on! Don't take him serious because he's getting elderly. Even he forgot putting flaps before taking off. He forgot all the mechanics of an airplane. This is not your problem. This is general problem. Happens in his life.
Yeah,
recently.
listen. Just because I'm getting old, don't drag me into this now. So I would suggest the following: concentrate on your flights, gentlemen. Let's get on the ground here.
Okay, don't take him seriously, Reggie.
No, Reggie's
that
fine.
was a nice diversion.
If you want, I can accompany you. I can hold in the air.
I thought you were going to say Hoddy's hand.
No, that's okay. I'll get there eventually. I'm a long way behind Hakan anyway, so I was only joking.
Okay, kein Problem. Let's talk in Deutsch.
Ich swear, keine Deutsch.
Kein Deutsch.
Hakan, what altitude are you at?
Did you? What did you say? I couldn't hear you because you are sitting next to Nico. Your voice not coming through exactly here.
Apologies. Hakan, my question was, what is your current altitude?
My current altitude is 270 and still descending.
Okay, I'm at 206.
What happened to the 3 minutes separation?
Don't worry, we are so professional, therefore there will not be problem. As far as I know, Nico will use all the runway and will turn at the end of the runway, and also I am going to get my speed minimum while approaching the runway, sir.
Okay. And
Thank you for
then
that.
remember there's a 6 left. So if you are too fast and we can't do it on runway 6 right together, you go 6 left. It's easy.
It doesn't matter for us. Even in once upon a time, I have landed the runway 37. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I imagine you can do things like that, just like Chuck
Yeah,
Norris.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. I found that one kind of difficult to reach, Uncle John. That was a bit of a stretch.
Transition level. Ready for approach checklist.
You're a fruitcake, Arkin.
What did you say? I couldn't hear you.
He said you are a fruitcake. It's a saying.
I see. I
Yeah,
see.
it's a saying.
I see. But it is not sold like in the Netherlands. This is different. Okay.
Well,
innocent one.
Okay, we put brandy in ours. So if you want to have a fruitcake, yeah, you don't ask for another
Look,
glass.
I am Muslim. You need to take a permission from God first, in order to put that inside of the cake.
Okay, well we just won't tell you. It's okay.
See, they took the Italian style.
Antonio, sorry for all this noise in the background. What do you think of this VNAV so far? You must, just before I forget, you must make sure that your tablet setting is still set to VNAV basic. I don't know how a lot of people had it happen to them, or whether they were just fiddling or what, but a lot of the guys were complaining about VNAV, and then when we start talking to them in the support section, we've discovered that they are on VNAV common, and when they go back to basic, their VNAV works again. According to them, because obviously common it works, it just works differently, and a lot of the simmers just don't understand the difference.
I can tell you that the common VNAV doesn't work on the real dive either.
Is it? Okay.
Days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Nico, you
so
were
bad.
asking.
I was asking, you said to do the VNAV descent. What do you think? I want your opinion.
It's behaving exactly as I experienced the last 2 flights I did with 2.9, and it starts very shallow, so the protection for speed comes up immediately after the descent starts, and then he gains speed after a little bit. So it's different from X-Plane 11. I have no idea how it works in reality, but I think that reaching top of descent starts to descend and spools down the engines, and probably no protection comes up or needs to come up because the descent is speeding up quite fast after the descent is started. So my opinion, something to look at.
Well, Sasso can tell us. Sasso,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think about the VNAV? I mean, does it spool the engines down before it dips the nose, or does it dip the nose then spool the engine down? When does the speed protection come in?
It's at the same time. So if you have, it really depends which speed you have in the cruise and what is the speed that you have to maintain in the descent. Now I noticed this problem with Zibo also in XP11, something less. If these happen, what the Zibo does is he waits to touch the top of the descent, and then he commands 0.76 or 0.77, whatever it is, I will start to dive down to follow the path. So of course it will not work.
So I am sorry, but may I interrupt you?
Yeah.
You need to say slowly because he's getting elderly. We are in 2023.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he will not understand. He will forget. So be slowly. Okay, then everything will be fine, I believe.
Yeah. So so that's what I noticed with VNAV, and it was in XP11. I think there is the same problem with XP12. So need a bit of tuning there. If you have a
Flight level
slower
100.
speed in the
Landing
descent
light
compared
switches
with the one that you are maintaining in the cruise, what VNAV should do is approaching the top of the descent, it will start to slow down so that he will meet the correct speed that you have for descent at the top of the descent. And then he will go nose down, and on the FMA you will have a retard first, and then it will become arm white when he's at idle. And then you will have a roll mode, and the pitch mode will be VNAV path. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So yeah, that's working, but the problem is that the descent starts very shallow, and as soon as it goes retard, and then the engines spools up again.
Montreal traffic, good day. This is Turkish Airlines Liner 82, descending 100.
And that's probably wrong, Sasso will tell us.
Yes, it's wrong unless you're doing a minimum clean descent and no even.
Thank you, Sasa.
Pleasure.
So,
Did you understand?
Nico, my
Yes.
understanding is that the top of the sand point is in the correct spot, but it's the curve of the VNAV path that is wrong, because sooner or later it starts descending faster, a lot faster than it should, if it goes as a continuous descent from top of descent to final approach mix. So there's something strange in the curve of the VNAV descent path.
Smoke in the cabin. Uncle John.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is the worst time to have smoke in the cabin. You seen the weather down there?
And Uncle John just blew a whole puff of smoke here next to me, and it just came so floating across the screen, and I go, smoke in the cabin.
In my split.
Nico, I can get crazy and direct dive and turn the runway left or right.
Do what you want to do. I'm going for right. You can fly straight through me if you want.
Are you going to be in the right?
I'm going to use the right one.
Okay, I'm going to use the left one and expedite the descending right now.
Okay.
Speed brake, full. Speed minimum. Heading. What's your heading? Tell me.
Mine, 236. I'm on the downwind now.
Kind problem. Let us enjoy a little bit.
So in 12.01, since they adjusted the visibility, that was totally wrong, or it's just an impression?
I think they adjusted a lot of the visuals, They just didn't list everything. Because I think most of the things they list that they change is actually something with like a bug tracker number, but then the one thing has an influence on the other or something like that, you know, or they spotted something that does not have a tracker number, so they fix it, but they don't mention it.
Yeah. I took off from Oslo today, and it was reported 400 meters and in fact I couldn't see anything, so it didn't happen since the last.
But you're anti-ice on, Nico?
Yeah.
I just had ice on my wings there. Didn't take long to build up. That wing's doing a bit of bouncing about it.
We'll run it for a few seconds just to make sure we don't get a problem.
Flaps 5 set. Localizer capture.
Are you ready, Nico?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, I have a slight problem here, it seems. I kind of lost my magenta line, it seems. So I'm just quickly trying to recover, go back on track.
But do you mean it disappeared or?
No, it's there, but the aircraft didn't stay on it, and it's like it drew it a bit funny, and then it lost it. So it was like it went into the turn, and then it started turning back, completely away from the course.
I'm 7 mile out for that turn, so that's doing a bit funny right now.
Better start there because it's quite slow.
Antonio, you're very quiet, and guys, sorry on Discord and for the guys on stream. I've got all this extra noise in my ears. I cannot hear the guys on Discord, and I doubt the people on stream can hear you guys now. So if you guys have something important to say, wait till we get on the ground, please. Sorry guys, this noise is loud.
Do you see me?
No, how can I see you on TCAS? Yes. Now went over the localizer. Matt.
Wanna stream on Discord, Nico? So I can see you in real time. Yes, I have it.
Right, so I'm doing a bit of an S-turn just to turn back on course. Yeah, it's ready to go. I might as well use it, eh?
As you can see, Nico is quite slow to turn, so better turn in heading mode before. Yeah.
Flaps 15 set. Flaps 30 set.
Yeah, Krista, this time it was my fault that it overshot. I was obviously talking and not concentrating that much at the moment. Strange that we have the sun shine through the whole fuselage and hit us like this on the HUD. Yo.
That's a strong ray of light, eh?
Yeah, that's a laser light, man. It goes through the clouds, everything.
Anyway, touch that, Nico. Didn't get in the path yet. You gotta try and land with a HUD.
Yeah, well, I've put it up. I'm gonna try to do an auto land, that I can tell you. Because with this weather, I can't see nothing in front of me, man. There's nothing in front of me.
No, I can't even see the ground at 4,000 feet here. What height yet, Nico?
1,400.
Oof, whoosh.
Okay, 940 radar.
I have just smooth landed. Butter.
Good, Doctor.
Past the runway.
I'm about to land, Doctor. I don't think you're a factor for me, so you can do what you want, actually.
I'm waiting, sir.
That was a bit odd, man.
Weather's rough though, Nico.
Yeah, it
Nice
is,
one.
it is.
It was just a wee bit of your orthos there as you were coming in.
I suppose we need to go to the left. Yes. After landing procedure. Come on. After landing procedure. Ah, now she can't hear me again. Hold on. After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Hi, Bob. Let's just quickly stop here. Whew. What a story. 1, 2.
Flaps up and set.
We're okay.
After landing procedure complete.
Lots of things still to be fixed, Krista. Lots of things. We're just enjoying it for what it is right now.
That one's changing direction like crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. My winds kind of died just before touchdown, eh? Just FYI.
It's like a speed watch gone round.
Mm. Bob, yes, it's default with orthos. I did add orthos. So the approach scenery that you saw was basically orthos with the Orbex trees and the actual airport scenery. That's all default.
Nico, why everywhere is white?
It's called haze, fog, clouds. I don't know. Something like that, Hakan.
I see.
Oh, the wind's completely disappeared.
Yeah, just dies. Bob, since yesterday that I got my orthos working, I want to tell you, this whole look and feel of this sim has changed, man. It is so much better.
That looks amazing on your screen, Nico. On the stream.
Yeah.
It's darker.
Yeah.
Did you have a couple of big hot air balloons to your left?
I didn't notice.
Is that the other one? Oh, no. Should have picked the other runway. I've got to taxi all the way back to the start of the runway, then come across to the right.
Neil, you've got to be some kind of idiot going out in a balloon in that weather.
Yeah.
I'm brave, but I'm not that brave, come on.
That weather screen is interesting in front of me.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Aye, it's that's how it is down there.
I don't know where I'm supposed to taxi, so please forgive me. But I see Hakan is standing over there, so the idea is to try and kind of get to him. And the one thing I can tell you that is really scary right now is the water here on the surface is making it difficult to taxi. So I'm going to have to slow down a little bit because I can't make my turns. I'm too fast in the water, it's slippery. Yeah.
Aquaplaning about the place there?
Yeah, definitely. No, they definitely did something to the friction or something. It's much more difficult to turn. Why you need to slow down in weather like this.
Aye, I've seen when you hit the runway with standing water. I've went flying off the runway and there's nothing you can do about it. So you land on the runway and you squint.
Yeah.
Or you'll just go shooting right off if it's like fully standing water. It's crazy, but fun.
When I park now, I just want to quickly log the flight for the VA. Then I want to do a replay. I want to see what it looks like. Okay. And okay, me, I'll just disconnect from my VA so the guys don't get upset. Look, look, look. Full deflected and it's not turning. See, too fast again. The brain, you need to learn.
Aye. Need to watch. Sometimes you need to age your brake if you want to turn.
I'm
Age your
using
brake.
brakes. I'm using everything except reverse thrust, I promise you.
Slow down, you're going about 20 mile in there.
I'm doing 7 now. Kind of better. 6. We'll slowly just crawl there. We'll do a leopard crawl under the radar here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there's Anthony
thank
coming.
you very much for this beautiful flight. I like it. It was under snow conditions. I wish all the best in 2023. Sorry, it was a different one. See you later on. Thank you very much for the flight.
Cheerio, Hakan. Thanks for flying.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, man.
Bye.
I see there's a lot of ice on the ground there, Nico.
Yeah. It's definitely ice here, definitely. Because sometimes you've got traction, sometimes you don't. And I mean, obviously you need to slow down. I'm just going a little bit fast. Uncle John, if I can't stop that, PSU over there will stop me.
What's he like on the roads, Uncle John, when he's driving?
Uncle John likes my driving. He is quite relaxed when I drive. It's when I start screaming and shouting and going crazy about the other drivers, then he doesn't like it.
Oh, you suffer from road rage as well?
Who doesn't?
It's quite a common thing, that, isn't it?
I tell you, I turn into an absolute maniac when people can't drive, man. Shut down.
Changes when you get older. You know it's not worth it.
You
And the risk is higher of losing. Anyway, just started my descent.
Yeah. I'm just filing it quickly.
Reg,
Yes, John.
just out of interest, cost index?
50.
Nice. See.
Yeah, I'm a long way behind. So I just needed to get there, really.
Push it.
I had clearance from Sasso.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I'm in a Ryanair.
Go for it.
Right. There we go. I'm not going to open the doors and everything. So what I'm going to do is disconnect from online.
Yeah, that's crazy. Look at this weather. Wow.
Where are you, Sasso?
Sorry?
Where are you flying?
The 2020 in Bergamo
Thanks, Steve.
with X Enviro.
Thanks, HT Simulation.
What's the X-Enviro like with it, Sasso?
It's pretty spot on. Really spot on. I did the other day, it was really foggy here, and I thought about using FS 2020 to see how it works with X Enviro, and it was crazy. It was so real. The low visibility in Bergamo was amazing.
Oh, right.
There you guys can see the snow on the orthos and everything, eh? Nice. Really nice.
Yeah, they look amazing.
Oh, look there, my...
Oh, that looked smooth.
Yeah, but my, what's his name? Speed brake went down automatically. I don't like when that happens. And it was armed, promise, as far as I know.
Is it just the replay, Nico? Is it maybe just the replay that's doing that?
It could be the replay now that you mention it. It could be because it did come up, you know. Yeah, now the outside view doesn't even show it, but I mean it was most definitely set up, so weird.
Nice landing, man.
Yeah. It looked better in the replay than in the actual.
It looked worse in the cockpit, didn't it? Maybe it was just
Yeah.
XP realistic, maybe
Could
overshooting it a bit, I don't know.
Yeah, XP realistic could have overreacted, I suppose. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching and enjoying it with us. That was nice. That was really nice. I enjoyed that.
Oh, that was a nice flight, Nico. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hope we weren't too noisy for you on the stream.
No. No, I like it when there's a bit of life. Some of it can sometimes be a bit much, but you know what? We're all young men here. You know, we do our thing. So
I think it depends on the flight. If it's a test flight, and how long the flight is, it's variable.
Exactly.
It's enjoyable, though.
Yep.
Enough room for a bit of banter in there.
Just want to kill this thing quickly. Sorry, it's making a heck of a noise in my ears. Yeah. Oof.
Look at this hazy here.
Where are
it's
you?
foggy but a bit misty. Like you can see the ground, but not the clear.
Oh yeah. This is Explain 11, you say?
No, that's 2020 with Dixon Barrel.
2020 with Dixon Barrel. Okay.
Looks like 11, Nico, doesn't it?
Almost.
I do like the night sky in Microsoft Flight Simulator, though.
Yeah.
Where the stars and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's time I do a 2020 flight as well. Maybe tomorrow. Look at Uncle John. He does not like that.
I must confess, I'm in it now. I couldn't be bothered to change back to explain, but it's looking good.
Bye, HD. Talk later.
I agree with you. I don't know what Sasso says, but I find the PMDG, it seems like there doesn't seem any weight to it, really, compared to Zibo.
You need to set your curves and your controllers and everything way
the
different.
sensitivity.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that's exactly how it should be when you are in the middle of the clouds.
Are you going to land now or what?
Yeah. I'm on final.
Okay, we'll wait for you. We'll broadcast that for you and then we'll call it a
All
night.
right. I have the last meter, it says broken at 1000. So I'm going to have these clouds or pretty cloudy until 1000 feet on the radio altimeter. That's what I'm expecting.
Okay.
We are barely at BMC. Remember that the BMC is ceiling, so broken or overcast at 1000 feet or below. So at the moment we have broken at 1000, so I'm considering it the BMC because the visibility is good. It's more than 10. It's just this layer a bit foggy. You see, we can see the ground already here. So I'm pretty happy with dropping the gear at 4 nautical miles. By just, I know the area, so I know that when the meter says visibility, general visibility more than 10 kilometers, broken 1000, I'm not expecting too many problems in terms of seeing the runway light. So that's why I'm leaving 4 nautical miles for the gear. Then if at any point I'm not happy, I would just drop the gear earlier. But I know the area. I know that this is the highway below me. I can just follow the highway and I will end up in the middle of the runway. Promise you.
Gotcha.
So 4 miles, gear down. Flat 15. Start switches. Continuous. Recall check. The speed brake arm green lights. Landing gear down to green. Auto brake preset. The flaps 25. Not 40. The speed is 142. That's our runway. That's exactly what I'm expecting to see with this bit of AZ.
Excellent.
Hasn't checked. Oh, disconnecting. Click, 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 click.
Where are you landing, by the way? I didn't pay attention.
Bergamo.
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 Home.
You see, now it's clear. Now you can see it's more than 10 kilometers.
Yeah.
And that's just classic of Bergamo. Check. Continue.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Even the puppy is as it is in the reality, because the puppy in Bergamo, it's based on the height of a 767, which is the cargo aircraft, which used to come to Bergamo. So on short final, you have to have 3 reds, and then on very short final, the 4 reds to maintain the 3 degrees glide. That's
Okay.
exactly how it should be.
Nice, nice. All right, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop my stream then. Thank you so much for everybody watching. Sasso for the display there. All the fun, the jokes, everything. I love it, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. I don't know yet where we're going to fly. We'll fly somewhere. And we'll talk to you then. Have fun.
It was great.
Thank you,
Bye.
Nico. Bye.
Cheers, Nico.
Bye-bye.